Hey! Freaking hell! What's happening, Wolfgang? We're back on another brand new project. Look at this amazing view, look. We are gonna be creating our masterpiece right here. We've got this crazy cool job that we're doing. This is a big extension. It's about 60 square meters. Half of it's gonna be a pool room / bar, and the other half is gonna be an Alfresco dining with some wicked cool features in here. At the moment, you can see what we're looking like. This is the existing fireplace that's pretty much getting ripped out. The owner is trying to keep some of this nice schist so we can reuse it for the new fireplace. And then we've got this old conservatory which we're just about to rip down. So that's pretty much the start of the project, mate. Right, so a bit of a change of pace. We got all the glass out of the conservatory, or the sunroom, but we decided that it's going to be easier to rip the rest of it down with the digger, so we need to be able to get the digger in here. By doing that, we're going to start pulling apart this deck. Yeah. Piece of piss, bro. Far out. There's an incredible way what one machine can do. So quick. Pull the whole thing down, bro. Easy. Head back, eh? Go ahead, frickin' sit there. Oh! Bro. Piece of piss. Man, smashed it today, quite literally. That's so sick. This is a freaking wicked piece of machinery. Honestly, it really helped us out today, didn't it? Yeah. Made our job like we were like, oh yeah, sweet, we'll try and pull this. Yeah. So it's all stacked up. We've pretty much done a freaking good day today. Decks down, conservatories down, roots and trees have been pulled out. Stumps and trees have been pulled out, sorry, and replanted down over there. Fireplace has been knocked down. All the piles have been pulled out. And all in all, a freaking pretty good first day on this job site. So I think tomorrow our plan of attack is to get rid of everything else. So rip all this concrete out, concrete cut, get everything sorted down to the correct levels, ready for us to rock and roll. We'll hopefully pour a slab into this week.
Yeah, right.
Okay, sweet, easy. Because this
and makes Vinny look small as.
Oh, don't do that, bro. He'll buy one. He'll freaking buy one, alright? That's a house deposit there.
Yeah,
or two. Sweet, we're back on site this morning. Another beautiful day in paradise, man. It feels like a summer's day, to be honest with you. Okay, so the goal today is to get rid of some of this concrete and start scraping back some of the soil down to our sub base, I guess you could say, or into good ground. But we've got to do a few steps before we get there, which is one of them being this part right here. We've got the deck, and then we've got all the pump and the housing and everything that sits underneath here. And we want to protect that before we can start removing all this crap from up there, all the concrete. So what we've done is we've just dismantled an old workbench that has some H4 timbers, and we're going to stick them in along here, so when we use the digger to scrape back, it's not going to be damaging any of this. The next stage is getting rid of the rest of that schist, which Paul is working on right now. Probably another 6 Polaris fulls. Hey?
Not many.
Hey?
Not many.
Not many.
Good exercise.
That's right. The third one is actually cutting the concrete in such a way that we're not going to damage the stuff that we're keeping, and making sure that we're able to remove things nice and easily. Shucks, I don't know if you guys just saw that, but we smoked that concrete with that 14-inch steel saw over there. It's a 14-inch concrete blade on the bloody thing. It was freaking epic. As I was explaining before, you can sort of see why did I cut 100mm back. See, we've chipped the concrete here, but it doesn't matter because it's on this side of the block. Don't know if you guys can see that, but see that now, which is pretty cool, that means we've still got a nice tidy edge along here, and this is going to work really well for the rest of the job, because we don't know when we're actually going to be pouring this patio. We might be doing it with the other slabs, or we might wait till the end, so we're not going to damage it. It's up two minds in the moment, so but yeah, so now we're just pretty much going to clear. We're done. I think we're done for the day nearly, almost. We'll have a sweep up, a tidy up, and we don't really need to hang around, because I'm just going to clear all this out. Really, eh? Unless he wants us to do something. Yeah. But yeah, like it's pretty good ground.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Look at that. We're back on site this morning, and we have a cleared site. It's a little bit iffy. Maybe the digger might have been a bit big. No. But we're actually down to, we've got rid of all our topsoil, as you can see, and we've made our way down to what we call good ground, or a solid base to be able to build back up from. So we've actually got this, it's like a sandstone clay. So it's sandstony, but it's also a little bit, see how it like crumbles apart? It's not full clay, which is actually really nice to work on, to be honest with you, until it rains. Alright, so we just got to mark out our 6 meters now, 6 meters from our corner to know where our profiles go, and then we'll start ripping, start cutting some pegs, eh? Oh, you're the man, G. How'd you suss that out? I'm not the man, I'm just different.
There.
There?
Am I good there?
Yeah, bang on. Sweet. I just got to put a mark on mine too. Yeah, I might as well, what we don't need, that's our line now. You got my knife on you or no? Now is we've got what I would call almost a datum line for us to work off. If you do that backwards and forwards trick.
That looks hot.
Yeah?
Bang on.
You happy with that?
That is bang on.
Good man.
Ew.
Hey, what? What? Who says you can't build a house without any building lines?
Yeah, we need a surveyor, right? Can we?
Pull tight.
I'm pulling.
Tight?
Yep.
Okay, I'm good there, I'm good there.
Are you good there?
Yeah. What?
1 mil.
Shucks, well, I'm pretty happy with that. You wanna try again?
Can we
Check
check it?
it. Go, check it. Pulling, pull tight.
I take it back. That's bang on, dude.
Actually,
That is not 1 mil, dude.
see. What we'll do is let's start frickin' building some boxing. We're gonna do some shuttering in this project, because the depth of our shutters, our slab, is around 400 mil. And the reason that is because we've got a 75mm layer of X-bolt insulation, and then we've got a 220mm X-bolt pod, and then we need 100mm of concrete on top of all that. That creates the depth of the slab that we need, and it's really hard to find pieces of timber that are 400mm, you know. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to build some shuttering out of this form ply. It's got the special coating on it, which makes it easy to remove from the concrete. And we're actually going to build these quite nicely so we can pull them off and we can actually reuse them again and again and again if we do it right. So, yeah, I mean, let's start by doing that.
That very special thing. You're like a queen, I wanna be your king.
Sweet, so we're ready to rock and roll to bring some freaking hard fill back in. Look at that, epic freaking news for us. Now we're just waiting for the hard fill to come and also the roller to come through. That's going to help us compact all the hard fill. So there's one thing we need to take into consideration before we start bringing hard fill in, and that's these two posts right here. I want to show you on the plan. So it's facing like this. So Alfresco, our pool room, and then Alfresco is like sort of out there where our pink string line is. That's the outside of our building line here. We've got these two 200 by 200 posts that go into the ground, and they got to be into the ground 1500mm. And we can't just be 1500 from our string line, we have to be 1500 into the good ground. So that gives us a little bit of a problem, because if we need to be able to drill the hole, stand the post, concrete the posts in before we compact any of the hard fill in. Which isn't really going to work for us because we don't have the post here and we don't want to get a concrete truck in just to pour those two little piles. So we're going to come up with a little system where we've just down the road there's a couple of big sections of pipe, these big concrete pipes, and there's a couple that are like around 600mm in diameter, which works perfectly for our holes that we need to drill for our foundation post that we're just talking about. What we're going to do is we're going to actually put those concrete pipes in the position that we need to. What that's going to do is going to create a sleeve for us to be able to drill a hole all the way through down into the good ground, and that way we can still bring our hard fill in without covering over the area that we need to drill. You'll see in a second what I mean by that. We've got the string line set up and I'm going to actually mark these posts down onto our good ground, our grade at the moment, and then figure out exactly where our pipes need to go. We'll set them all nice and plumb, ready to rock and roll, and here sucker lucka ding ding. But I just need to make sure that we now we'll just, well, as we're compacting up, we'll just keep checking them, but they should sort of hold themselves in place, I'm pretty sure. It's going to be a real pain trying to compact around one of the sides, around the sides of it. Yeah, okay, sweet. So minimum 1500 into natural stiff soil. So that's cool, that's what we'll roll with. It's 600 wide, and then it's 75mm off the edge of our building line. By the looks of that, which is easy peasy Japanesey. That's my new tape as well, 60mm. Yep. touch, pause, engage!
Ready, steady,
Keep making me feel so good.
Whew, another frickin' day in the books. The owner's got the compaction covered, so we're gonna maybe touch base Monday next week, come in, see how much they've loaded up, maybe check some heights for them and stuff like that. And Tuesday we'll probably be back in to spread some fines and give it a good compact once again. But yeah, pretty much the go with this is you bring in about 150 mil of gap 65, roll it out, compact it, another layer, roll it out, compact it, another layer, roll it out, compact it, and the maximum height you can go is around 750 mil before the geotech has to come back, check the compaction, and then we go up again. So we're teetering on the edge of 2 inspections, but we'll see how we go. But yeah, we'll catch you next week, and I love you. Let's get it, boys. Pretty much what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be calculating from our finished floor level down all our riblar, flab, insulation, binding layer, and then also we've got a 100 mil layer of gap 40, which is a type of aggregate. I'm going to set that up on the laser and I'm going to go around and find the height, and that way we can keep rolling this up until that height, then we can bring in the gap 40, roll it 100 mil, then our binding layer, and then that's when our insulation will go on top. We're ready to rock and roll to start boxing, baby. Hope that made sense. Might be a little bit rustly, but so what Mikey's doing at the moment, he's setting up the laser to a specific height so we can get our fines or our binds leveled out nice and easy before we go in and compact.
Yeah.
If you add that 100, 220 and 75.
So this is, yeah.
So if we do, say if we go 390,
Yeah.
you probably got that on there. So you got 390 or no?
395.
You're 395 at the moment. If we go 390, that's going to allow for our 5 mil of compaction.
Yeah.
If we, ideally, I would say there'll be about 5 mil compaction with this.
Yeah.
But maybe we just do 390 for now.
395.
Yeah, maybe we just do 390, eh? The only thing is we don't want to be scraping away. Sweet, bro. So what we'll do is we want to now make some punch pads. Yeah, with that.
Yeah, that's right, punch pads.
What's that? Come over here and check this. Lift it up.
That is what we
Yep. Beautiful. Sweet, bro. Do one over here somewhere, I guess. Actually, I'll show you how far apart. Like that. Sweet. About there. So, what we're pretty much doing, now that Mikey has sorted out his heights, we're going to pretty much the underneath side of our 75mm insulation or top of our binds here, but we've actually allowed a 5mm play for compaction. So when we go to screed this out, it's actually going to be 5mm higher. Then when we put the roller over it, hopefully it pushes down 5mm, which it should be. But we sort of need to get our heights sorted. So what we're doing is we just sort of, almost like concreting, is we're making some heights with the laser, some points. Pretty good?
Yeah, about 5 mils up.
Yep.
You're like a queen, I wanna be your king. But it's so hard to focus when you're standing next to me.
Tree's a gangster, eh? All right, sweet. So we've sort of done our first screed and compact with our big roller here. Now we're just going through and we just went through and checked the heights again and did the same. We're doing the same system. So we've got a few dots here, run some lines through, and now we're gonna fill back in if we're high or low, like it's within like, yes, honestly within like 6 mil or something like that. Maybe a little bit more at that end over there. But we want to try and get it as perfect as possible, so this just makes it easier for us to set our boxing up and all that sort of carry on. And we get our, you know, all our slab heights are perfect, makes it easier for our concrete and blah, 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 blah. Probably a little bit extreme, but I sort of want to get it nice like this, and I'll do one more roll and then we might just throw a few more bits out. But yeah, it's pretty much the same system. Look, rake it out, then I'll screed, then we'll compact, or roll actually. Roll, and then yeah, carry on. Oh, do you want me to do that? You guys keep moving around, eh? So, just for the meantime, that's all right, Dave. We'll straighten it with what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of 4x2 around the outside of the building. Oh yeah. On its flat. Oh, mean. Whack some pegs in, screw it, and then we can brace top and bottom off it instead of, because this is really just to keep it nice and line.
Yeah, the
hey. We just need to get it in and on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's still nice to get it
somewhat close.
Yeah, within.
You can have a water.
Take those up.
Up the wires.
Up the wires, the waratahs. So for the meantime, we're just getting our boxing up to height with these 600mm waratahs that we're putting in. We're also putting a few wedges in where we need to lift it up and down. And once we've got it sort of to height, we're going to focus on actually putting in all our slab stuff because we're in a bit of a time crunch. But yeah, hey, should work out pretty well, I think. Yeah, I got you. You guys. Yeah. Oh, what's that? Can you get a 2-4 in there or nah?
Oh, yeah. 2-4 where?
Yeah, through there?
No.
Huh? But I don't want to cut it down if I don't have to.
Just let it overhang.
Yeah.
Roof it? Oh, no.
Okay, sweet. Undo all those and move all that boxing that way.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, boys.
That's all.
I'm gonna cut that now. I'm cutting these two.
Yeah, we'll
I have to cut those two. But if I don't have to cut this, then I don't want to.
Nah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm only putting one screw at the moment.
Perfect.
So
you guys suck.
Up, baby.
Right. How you getting on?
More?
Yeah, we're pretty. We'll probably go halfway through the second line here, I reckon.
Yeah.
A little bit more, yeah.
Oh, probably go to that line. Keep going. Yeah, right there.
Perfect there.
Yeah.
I reckon that's pretty good. The 75mm R2.2 Expo installation, very rigid. We've got to stick this down before our pods go in for a bit of thermal rigidity, which is kind of neat. Rigidity? What way are we going to lay this? You got the table saw in there?
Table?
Table saw. Nah? Far out, Dave. What's that to me? How are we going to cut this? We have to space the insulation 300mm off our boxing. And that's going to allow for our footing detail that we need, which is cool. And he's just cutting some blocks for us to actually do that. Seems to be working, just using the skilly to cut our marks. Noticing that these sheets aren't perfectly square, which is annoying trying to set up our footing line through here. So we just have to step it and work in with what we've got. Yeah, look at that, it's not quite square, but I guess it doesn't have to be completely perfect, to be honest. But sweet, so you can see now we've got these 220 1100 by 1100 pods that we're sticking on top of the insulation, and this just pretty much acts as like a packer. It's called a rib raft floor system, and instead of compacting hard fill all the way up to 100mm below finished floor level, we can use these as a way to minimize cost for the client, which is quite cool. Now we've got these 100mm spacers that sit in between. Don't know if you guys can see that. That creates the rib raft effect. And it also creates a nice big footing around the outside that we need. And the rain is starting, but you can sort of see it coming together now. Oh, the job at knock, are we going to the pub? Yeah, so Fabes is just cutting that now, which will sit in here. Then we'll have that full one, it's gonna go there, and then we're just gonna have to use whatever we got left to get that last bit. This is dumb. All right, now you can see that we've got our pods pretty much in place, which is mean. Dave's just finishing off the last little bits. We're coming through and putting some of our HD12s in the middle of our rib raft system. And we're gonna be keeping it 75mm off the boxing, if you can have a look at this. We've got a tie, we've got a bend in. We've gone 800mm, I think 600 is the number, but we've gone 800 for our bend in. And these are gonna connect in together all the way through and around. You can see on this side here we're staggering our long lengths, so down there we've got a bend down that end, and then now we'll tie this in through here, connecting sort of like a crisscross match. And once we've sort of done that, then we can start focusing on getting our perimeter bars in. I just want to do these ones for now, which makes sense, eh? So we're just pretty much, our spacers have these little grooves that sort of set where our rebar goes, which is kind of cool. It does move a little bit, and then you can just sort of come in and, what am I there, 85, about 75 right there, and you can see it's still spaced perfectly in the middle of our rib. Okay, all right, we'll go like this for now. Oh bro, that's gonna go smack bang in one sheet. Surely, go down like that. Yep. Oh, you ready? No way. Don't do it to me. Perfect. Far out, it's not quite, I don't think. Huh? It's not quite. It's meant to be about 50mm. You ready? 3, 2, 1. We've got to go that way. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. So about 50-ish off you want to be. It's pretty close.
Oh.
It's as heavy as.
Oh, why was it heavier than before?
Sweet, we'll go over here. Come, just follow like parallel with the pod. Come down. Okay, so we want a lap and a half. So see this? Oh yeah, sorry. That. Just give it a shake, you got it? Yep, beautiful, I'm good. Yeah, perfect. As you can tell, we're back at it this morning. We're finishing off the mesh. Yeah, Fabes is onto it. I'm stacking these chairs in. I'm actually using the top bar on the mesh and the lowest point of our chair. The chairs just hold the mesh up in the center of the slab, so we can get concrete both above and below it and all around it. It's not going to do anything if it's sitting hard down on the polystyrene, right? The reason being is we've got super thick mesh, and we need at least 35mm cover, like I said yesterday. So we're just trying to drop the mesh as low as possible on the 50mm chair, which makes this works pretty well. It's going to work out perfectly. The only spot's going to be where we've got a 3-way lap over there. It's going to be 30mm cover, which it's pretty hard to get perfect all the way around, but everywhere else is going to be at least 35, which is great. Which is great. Going to come through now that we've done our first layer of perimeter bar and our steel footing. We're going to do the next one, which is up here, and that's only 2 bars right the way around. We're going to get that sorted before the engineer at 11-ish. Sweet, so it is 75 off the edge, and then we're sort of just following these two bars right here, this one and this one. Sweet, bro, well now we're here. You got that sort of tied up there? I'll do my one over here. We'll do this one as well, eh? Yeah, what do you reckon? Yeah. I'll cut the... Oh, we need to drill and epoxy those in now, bro. I'll come through and you've cleaned all those out, eh? Sweet, we'll do it together. You can squeeze and I'll hit. So, the very first part of the epoxy that we're doing, is we want to make sure that we're squeezing it out and make sure it comes out mixed. So you can see it's black. It keeps going. There it is, right there. See the color difference? Sweet. What the heck? That was like half a tube. How many squeezes was that?
That's 3.
3 squeezes? Bugger. Sweet, bro. Oh, that's it, bro. Perfect. So what we're doing here is we're epoxying in starters into the existing slab, coming out into our new one here at 600 centers. We've drilled a 14mm hole for a 12mm rebar, and yeah, we're just tapping it in like this. You can see a little bit too much on that one, Fabes, but that's okay. Tap it in. And that's going to tie the existing to the new and stop it from fluctuating like this. Fluctuating. Shut up. Yeah, so are you doing 2? Is that 2? 2? Sweet. Was that, have you been doing 3 normally?
Yeah, I've been doing 3.
There's one more, I think.
95, 94. Go.
So that's like 6 mil right there.
Oh yeah, we'll just move
Move it out. You know what I'm saying, Holmes?
Just move it back. Yeah.
Okay, you guys good doing that? I'll keep whacking that in. Right, that's really hard, eh, Dave? You're right, Dave, you're right. We got it. Me and Phoebes have got it.
Thanks, guys.
Holy heck, bro. Backbone. Oh, slip. No, I'm good. Yeah, 2, 1, right. Seats. You roll it like that, Phoebe, you good?
Yep.
Yep, beautiful. You like that? You see that? Look at this. Look at that. 200 by 200. PL8 post. Woo-hoo-hoo. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yep. Beautiful. You all right? 3, 2, 1. This one on top.
Yep.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. We'll just roll it. And then I want to get something underneath.
There goes my pants.
Oh no, you ripped it again. It was right on your ass too. Right, and that is the end of another bloody video. I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. We freaking smashed it. Lots of tips and tricks and all the goodies as usual, and a bit of fun on site with the boys. And yeah, make sure you stay tuned for this pretty cool series, because we're going to be running through each stage step by step. Bro, you freaking... This is how I roll. Well, stay tuned. You just saw us lifting these big Proland posts, so we're going to be sticking those in on the next video, concreting them in, and yeah, pouring concrete with the big 20-tonner digger, and it's going to be wicked, man. So make sure you stay tuned, and I know if you watched to the end, you've already subscribed, so I appreciate you lads, and yeah. Doses. What the heck are you guys doing in there? We've got a bloody concrete pour on today, guys. I can't be sleeping in. Welcome back to a freaking brand new video. Look at this. Got Dave freaking vacuuming out all our footings, trying to get rid of all that polystyrene. The reason being is we're going to have a grind and polish on this concrete, and we don't want any polystyrene bits in it. And it's also good to clean the footings out. Fabiano down there, he's cleaning all the bits and pieces off against that concrete where the DPC was hanging down. Little issue, we were meant to be putting these big posts in this morning and pouring them, but something went on, don't know yet, so wait to figure out what's happening there. But we're really just prepping for concrete. It's about 8 o'clock, it's coming, and I sort of need to know, I've confirmed the concrete for 9.6 cubes, which is for those 2 holes as well, but mate, it might not be 9.6 cubic meters because we might not be pouring them, but we'll see how it goes. I need to know. I need to know now, but gotta wait for the client to wake up, so that's cool. Mainly that polystyrene, bro, would be, yeah, really don't want that happening. I might do these holes is clear everything out from around them down to the dirt, and just in case we do drill and pour these today, we'll be ready for it. So we'll mark them out and stuff like that. The only thing is we just don't have a digger here to drill it. So don't know if you guys caught that, but the digger driver came out on Saturday to try and drill through these holes here. But these pipes, because we were compacting around them and stuff like that, they weren't perfectly plumb, which made it hard to drill the hole and recorrect and get it nice and straight. So it is what it is, sort of. We also couldn't quite get down deep enough, so we removed them. We sort of got rid of all the big bits of rocks and stuff like that were around it, that we sort of stuck in behind there from the millings that we used. And then, yeah, so we're still going to pour, which is pretty mean. We just need to wait for the digger driver to get here and do that thing. So we'll prep these posts and get things nice and set up. Look at Fabian's face, he's like this. And yeah, you want to try and hit it. Yeah, there's still heaps of freaking big dogs in there.
It's an old cliche, one everyone has heard. How it changes your life, that delivery bird. But what can I say? I've learned that it's true. After 9 months of waiting,
Same as usual, eh? Just as you think you got everything sorted, goes south. Nah, it was perfectly fine. If we were to have these posts already drilled and installed, ready to rock and roll, it would have been pretty straightforward. But yeah, we were under the pump, but we still didn't break a sweat, eh? Nah. So far up, pretty much what we did. Just got the slab down with the digger. I don't know if you guys saw any of that. I didn't even know what we were filming. I was like this. I was like this. Geotech and engineers for structural engineers. Like, oh yeah, that's going to be good. Oh, how are we going to do this? I was a little bit concerned because we had such a big hole around the outside of our actual pile hole. If that makes sense. And they were like, well, you're not going to be able to compact that. And then they're talking with each other, and it's like, oh, it's kind of fine. But we got them all braced up. We got them in. We got them in the right spot. And now we're just going to have a bit of a clean up and assess the damage. Yeah.
Straight off. Next move.
And we'll yeah, have a bit of smoker, I think. But we'll have a clean up first day. Yeah. What are you guys up to for the rest of the day? Yeah, look at these huge posts, bro. This is sick. You can sort of see what's going on now. Big open alfresco area coming through. We've got a decorative truss. Well, it's not decorative, but we build a decorative truss right in there. And then we've got some nice groove ply ceilings coming through, big fireplace, glass balustrades, and then big stacker slider through here into the pool and bar room. So sort of coming together. I don't know if you guys can see it or not yet, but it's going to be some cool vertical timber slats all the way through here. Some 63 by 150s all the way through. And we're going to be setting up all the stainless steel brackets inside the concrete, making sure that we got all that ready to rock and roll. But oh my gosh, I'm excited. I'll probably see you guys tomorrow, eh? I'm out of here. You guys are good? I wouldn't do that to you, would I? 30 MPa concrete we used. 30? Yep.
Wow. 2 truck loops.
Yeah, 9.5 cubes. The reason we use the 30 MPa is we're going to be grinding and polishing the slabs. We don't want any cracks or anything happening. Yeah, exactly. So the recommendation is to use that 30 MPa, so it just really solidifies the strength of the concrete. And Yeah, we went with a Manga Toroto chip, so it's quite neat. Got different colours in it, 16mm chip. And yeah, we'll maybe talk a bit more about concrete tomorrow, I guess, because there's so many different bits and pieces you got to know about it. And I've been learning it along the way on this job, so it'd be cool to let you guys know what I've sort of found out at least.
Look at that. Alright gang, welcome back to another episode. We're back on site after yesterday's rush hour. We got our slab in and we got our piles in. Alright, today we got our string lines back up. We're just gonna double check if our lines are parallel for our next slab. And yeah, let's get stuck into it. Oh yeah. 6609. 609. Sweet. 08. That's all good.
Obviously, it was a big rush yesterday, so they rechecked all our lines, making sure that they're all nice and square. Which are they good, eh?
I've been going off that one.
Which they're good? They're good, eh?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, and now they're setting up the heights for our hard fill. Now, they've done the good thing by going off the plans and checking all that. We want to take something into consideration here, and that is this new Alfresco slab wants to tie in with our pool patio area. So instead of using the plans, we're going to use the height of the pool patio to dictate where our levels are going to be. So what we'll do is we'll actually stick a straight edge almost maybe along the pool patio up to this point here. I wonder if we take this bit of boxing off so we can get an accurate line all the way through to here, and then we'll measure the distance. Why I want to put a straight edge on the slab is because it's on an angle. It's on an angle. It's on an angle. It's sloping towards the pool. So as we put the straight edge on, the straight edge is actually going to come up higher to this point. It's not going to be perfect right here. We've had to fudge a few bits and pieces here and there. So this point here, we've put the straight edge along, and our height for that plane is right here, right? But and level is right here. We can't have it level, but we've gone right bang in the middle here. And the way we've got that is we've got our in plane over there and our in plane over here, and done that through there. So the fall isn't going to be exactly the same as the patio in this section, but it's still going to be falling out that way. Our next mission here is we've got to figure out this point. The reason being is this is outside. This is sort of exposed to the elements. We don't want a flat surface in here. We want that to be draining away at some, if it rains in there, we want the water to get out. We don't want it pooling. So we've got to take into consideration a few things. One being this deck here. We don't want the concrete being on an angle or we want the concrete to be level in this section through here. It would look like if we were to put it on an angle and there'd be a step between the deck and the patio. We've also got glass balustrade along these points right here. We've got a fireplace, glass balustrade. So we sort of want that side to be level too. And then we also want this side over here to be level. And the reason I say that is because we've got louvers that we're going to be, timber louvers that we're going to be putting in there. Now it will look funny if it was going on an angle. So with those three things in mind, we're sort of only left with one option, is we're going to cut this boxing through here, and we've got our plane line or our concrete patio line through here, which will get from that point and run it all the way through to here. And wherever that meets, that's sort of going to be the height of the boxing that runs all the way around the outside. That way we're still following in plane through here, and oh, a little fantail. The alfresco patio and the pool patio will match in with each other. And then what we need to do is we need to make our high point right in the middle of the slab over there. So 3 meters, which is half, and then all our levels will fall this way, and that way, and that's going to sort of solve our problem.
No cliche, want everyone to say how it changes your life. But what can I say? I've learned that it's true. After 9 months of waiting, along came you. Little light of my life, little sun in my sky. Together each day, we laugh and we cry. Come rain or come shine, come trouble and strife, I will be right there, the light of my life, little light of my life.
So got a little bit carried away with the compacting and hard fill, as you can see, but we've filled up each side, which has sort of given us a bit of a base to walk around and stuff like that, deboxed, and then we've just started packing this up to height. We've got our fines in place, and we're just getting level there. But what I was going to mention with those heights is from this point here, because we want to get it nice and level with the deck, we've got a 50 mil drop from here to this point here, which honestly seems like a lot, but it's not really. It's only 2 degrees over that point. Yeah, so which is pretty neat. Well, not pretty neat, but it's still good to have a bigger fall than a smaller one, obviously. But that was pretty much it. That's the gist of it, and we'll revisit that once we've got some of our boxing up and some of our lines in place to sort of show you exactly where we need it. 320, that's it, bro. It's a matter of working in with the bits and pieces around you, or the environment around you. Like we've got the deck, the glass balustrade, and the timber screen behind us right there, and just making sure that we're really thinking about any repercussions that can happen once we actually set our heights and stuff like that. But I'm pretty confident with what we've done, and Mikey just setting the height for our vines, so we're able to spread that out, roll that, and I think that might be us for the day actually. I think Mikey's going to shoot soon, eh? He's got to do a bit of editing, and then we'll get this tidied up, and we'll be back in tomorrow morning to do some boxing and get things ready. You can go like this, go like that. That's it. Nice, bro. Perfect. Just be careful when you come to this edge. Got the bugle bit. Beautiful, bro. Sweet, bro. You can, once it's in, you can tap it slightly, remember? Oh, I don't know. I got it from Placemaker's Y-Rail, but they didn't seem to have it there this time. Oh, good morning. Oh, we're back on site this morning, eh? Fabian's got his Rosie Lee in his hands, sipping away. Thanks to the client, who are actually going to be working out of the back of the truck today with the plans because the weather is trash, as you can see by Fabiano's jacket. So our first task is the first task we're going to be working on this morning is actually tying up the steel, which is pretty straightforward. The second task is what we're looking at right now, and that's our louvered screen, our screen louver that runs along one side of the wall. We have got these BS85 brackets that got to get inset into the concrete, and then our louver attaches to that. So it's like connected from the slab to the louver, and then it goes all the way up, and there's a steel beam up the top with a steel bracket coming down that connects the louver together. But we need to get these brackets set up and inset into the slab before we pour the concrete, just to make our life nice and easy. And these louvers these louvers need to be spaced a maximum of 100 mil between each louver. So it'll be 100 mil. Now louvers are actually 140 by 63 mil wide. So 140 mil thick by 63 mil wide. So we need to take all those little bits and pieces into consideration. So we've got 163. What we're trying to do is figure out the spacings, okay? So we've got 63 plus 100, so it's 163 is the maximum spacings from one louver to the next louver if we're going cross back. Yep. Does that make sense? Yeah. Now we need to figure out the spaces that we're dividing that into. So the space we're dividing it into was 4, 5, 18, right? Yep. 4, 5, 18. What I like to do in that situation is get my calculator out.
Divide that by 160.
Yeah. Go 4, 5 for now. Divided by 163 equals 27
brackets.
27 brackets, okay? So that's 27 spacings, but we want to be able to figure out, I guess we want center of every single one. This is going to be quite difficult. Normally we get X to one side of the louver. We could still do that actually, that would work out. So we've got 27, so if I go 4, 5, 18, so we know how many spaces we need now. Yep. I like to add 100 and the thickness of the thing that we're spacing, which is 63 mil, and then we divide that by the amount of spaces we want, which is 27 equals, and then divide by 27. So 169, so it's not quite, so let's just go back to that and do 26, 176, 27, 28. Bro, you're dumb, bro. 163.6, bang on the money. There we go. Now, do we want to risk it and have the council come through? You're like half a mil bigger than 100, if you know what I mean. So we've got 163.6. We're 0.6 mil bigger than the 100 mil spacing between the louvers that we need. Nah, let's go 28. Let's go 29, bro. Just to be on the safe side. Yeah. So 157.9. So let's just go 158 because it's like 0.04 away. This task pretty much is to find where this bracket is sitting. Now I assumed that the louvers would be sitting flush with the post through here, but it actually sits flush with the slab. So our louver's going to come up flush with the outside of the slab, which is fine. And our louver is 140 mil wide, so this bracket wants to sit in the middle, which is 70 mil off the edge of the slab to the center, which is nice and easy. So we've got the center of our bracket, and then we've also got the center of our louvers spacings all the way through. What we're going to do now is we're going to clamp a bit of timber on that's 95 mil wide and actually mark our louver centers through here. And then start checking out that bit of timber so we can slide our bracket in, just like that. And then it's going to be set in place, ready to rock and roll. Honest, these louver brackets fall off, I'm going to be so surprised. Dave, bro, we've been working on this all morning, bro. Come over here, what the heck? So we're sort of just making it up on the spot. But yeah, now we're Got a little bit of a setup going on. We're just gonna start sliding these into place. That was a lot of hard work. The checkouts that we did were way too tight, like bang on 5 mil. We should have had a little bit of play like 6 mil. So we had to go through and renovate all our checkouts just so these slide in and out easier. Woo, that's freezing. Okay, let's roll it up, eh? I just want to roll it up. Maybe we grab that bit of 4x2, Dave. Yep. Grab this. We'll bring it around. Oh, come up and over and just sit it underneath here like this. Oh, yeah, yeah. Like that. There we go. Oh. What's happening there? Why is that happening? Oh, because we're on the bracket. That's cool. Yeah. Okay, let's oh,
nice. Easy.
Bro, I feel like an engineer right now. Sweet, so that's sus, that's pretty cool. I wanted to just get some bigger screws, wanted to make sure that these are flush. Oh, okay. A few more screws in, just to try and, didn't have to be completely perfect, but yeah, I would say, like you said, Dave, we'll just renovate all those, like the ones that need it, and then just stick it in. I got here just in time for it to go in. Hey. Oh. Hey. Far out. Which one do you want?
I want one of each.
Shucks, you're not getting one of each. What? One for each head. Huh?
A grey one.
You want a grey one?
I'll have a black one.
Grab the grey. Go on, stick it on your head now. Are they too big or what's go? Oh, shucks. Bro, it's a little bit tight for your head, bro. Randy beanies. Sucker, what's that on your head? Oh, freshies. Bro, why is it zoomed in so much? What the heck? You guys gonna straighten that, get the string line up and stuff? So before we go put this bloody contraption in, we've obviously got to make sure that our boxing's nice and straight. I'll do it now. Yeah, I'm gonna help you guys out, man. What do you think? I'm just gonna leave you? Oh, all right, don't be like that.
You just face it down and then fold it back up.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Good. That's it. Yep. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That needs to go on there like that. Oh. I'm more than happy to like get these roughly pretty good.
Yeah.
But this is the way is more important, because once the concrete's set stuff, we can dong it slightly if we need to. It's more this way. Yeah. Did you put extra screws underneath here or nah? Yeah. You did with bugle or?
Yeah, bugle all the way.
Well, it's all gonna have to come out for them to trowel and stuff like that. But I mean, it's more the fact that like once the concrete's set, we're to pull these out. Then we've got to try and actually pull this whole thing out.
I think we can get it, bro.
Without damaging where exactly. Huh? You know what I mean? Because it's still going to be soft. Yeah. So it's going to be like almost like we need to put bugle screws through the top here, down through the. So this connects this together, and then when it comes to it, we can take this 4x2 off. Take that 4x2 off from the top, and then we can, if we need to, we can cut this. You know, because we'll just pull those out, and then if we can slide it out that way, we'll slide it out. Oh, I see, because that you just screw straight through that, which isn't going to work. Because it's got a bugle screw straight through there, but it didn't grip, that bugle bit, That's a bugle bit. What we realised is we've got to put it together so we can actually pull it apart again. We had screws sat underneath here, which connected the ply to our supporting beam, but we realised that we should be connecting from the top because we need to pull this off, pull this off, pull this out, get rid of this when the concrete's somewhat dry, so they can actually trowel in around all these. So there's a bit of a mistake on our hand, but that's cool. The system seems to be working, so he's a sucker. It's a little bit of mesh to go, and then yeah, but I'm gonna leave these boys to it.
Yep.
Nah, I gotta go and I got all the materials for the next part of the job. So you got a beanie on. Oh, it's already dirty.
Is it?
All right, later, boys. Woo. Yeah, exactly. So we come into a situation here now that we've actually poured the slab. We're sort of there's two situations that we've got going on here. One is that we've built this boxing in such a way that we can remove it, and then we can get a nice finish around all the brackets. But on the contrary to that is if we remove all the brackets, remove all the boxing and move the brackets slightly, it sort of defeats the purpose of having the bracket in there in the first place, because it's disrupting the concrete around it that holds it in place. That makes sense. So we've sort of come up with a bit of a solution. I'm just going to leave the boxing in place for the meantime, let the concrete set over the weekend and then remove it. And we are grinding and polishing. Oh, little bit flat there, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, look at the skill on it.
Oh, look at him.
Look at, he's seen a little hole there, look. No puddles, eh? Yeah, look at him, he's got the skills. But, so our idea is to trowel sort of underneath this line through here, once it gets a little bit more solid. And that way we'll have a nice clean line up to where our bracket is, front face of our bracket, and we sort of just have to live with what's going on in behind here. There might be a few air bubbles that could get filled and grinded. At the end of the day, we are going to be having slatted louvers all the way across this one point, so that's pretty much going to take your eye away from any imperfections in the concrete, but we still want to try and get it perfect. Just my bad on that situation. Just trying to think of another way that we could have done it. We could have poured the concrete and then stuck the bracket in, but that might not be completely perfect again. I mean, there's got to be a way of doing it, like obviously, but I'm just super concerned about the concrete around the bracket being disrupted, and then when we go to come back on Monday, we just go thunk and the bracket comes out. Yeah. Which it won't come out because we've got threaded rod all the way through the underneath side of it. What do you reckon? We wrap the video up there, eh? Yeah. Start again next week?
Every foundation is done.
Wow, except for that slab there, but we've got a... Yeah, that's all right. We got our freaking foundation work done. And I feel like it wasn't even that bad, to be honest with you. We did 2 pours in this video, eh? Sick. Got the posts in. The posts were a little bit stressful, not gonna lie, but... Other than that, we're ready to rock and roll, baby. So I guess we'll catch you on site next week. I just confirmed the detailing for the pre-nail. Pre-nail was meant to be pushed out a whole week. It wasn't meant to be starting until the 18th. And I just got confirmation then. It means I have to freaking push all the steel, fabrication, all that back. But we'll see you on the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed, eh? Make sure you subscribe. You already subscribed if you watched till the freaking end of the video. So yeah, I appreciate that. And I mean, I wonder if the beanies are gone out yet.
Oh, this one? Yeah.
Yeah. The beanies were out, so yeah.
What's the next?
What's the next giveaway? Let us know. We got to get to a milestone though. We obviously hit 10,000 followers on Instagram, and we're at 2,500 on YouTube. But we want to try and get, I don't know, it'd be a nice goal to try and get 5K on YouTube or something like that. That'd be mean.
3.5.
Yeah. But we've got to set our expectation high. So. Hey, today is a sad day. One of my biggest stuff-ups in a long time has now come to fruition.
Here come Rose
You probably remember in the previous video, we were talking about trying to remove the boxing so we could get a nice screed underneath it. We decided to leave it. Well, guess what happened? We stuffed up big time, unfortunately. You can see that the concrete didn't get all the way underneath the boxing. Hasn't filled right up to the very top, and it's just left this incredibly ugly looking situation. It's even worse because this is all going to be ground and polished, which is a freaking big shame. Still processing this, but anyway, yeah, I'm just thinking about what we should have done, good, bad and the ugly, and I think honestly all we needed to do was lift the whole jig up by 20 mil so the concrete could get underneath it and we could screed it, and we just didn't do that. We didn't do that. I don't know what to say. But embarrassed. I hate showing stuff like this, but the only thing we can sort of do now is concrete patch this section. Not looking forward to telling the owner, got it as. But we live and we learn. This is a mistake that, you know, maybe some of you guys might not make now that I've just did it. Yeah, the only thing now is to patch in this section through here, and then once it's grind and polished, you're going to see the difference between the Mangatoroto chip and the patch that we've made, unfortunately. The good thing is it's a low traffic area. There is a screen in the way that's going to draw your eye away from it at the same time. Anyway, we're going to get into the video. Probably going to leave the boys to it. They're going to do a bit of a tidy up. I'm going to wait for the client to get to site so I can show them what's going on. And yeah, this is not the only thing that sort of happened over the weekend. Yeah, with our concrete cuts, again, this is all going to be ground and exposed concrete, polished, and the cut has not been done straight. Concrete, eh? You can do everything in the world, but yeah, we just didn't prep right for that. This is just embarrassing. We didn't prep correctly, didn't think ahead, and this is the outcome. So yeah, I'm going to get the boys to have a bit of a tidy up today. Going to get the concrete layer back in to patch this in today, have a big tidy up, and then we'll reconvene tomorrow. But welcome to another Wolf Portals video.
Cheer up, brother.
Yeah, that's just, yeah, it's almost amateur, like,
Yeah, exactly. So me and Fabian just removed all the stuff to get ready for our beam that goes right there. We just got a delivery for our fabricators, our steel guys, beams that came in, channel beams and all that sort right there. Fabian's gonna guide them. Yeah, did big tidy up. Left some space here for our delivery today, and yeah, all the rubbish and all that is all gone, and boxing's all done. We're gonna leave this boxing in here so we can get that nice clean edge. But yeah.
Back from down under the depths of Mordor, and I've come back from Atlas. I've decided to go and get the Mangatoroto chip that we use to pour this concrete with. And what I've done is I've separated all the big hunks, I don't know if you can see that, big bits of chip from the small ones, and I'm going to mix up a 30 MPa mix of concrete and try and place it back in here, through here, and screed it out. It's the best chance we're going to get for things to look exactly the same, or near enough anyway. But yeah, I just wanted to get, you can probably see it's still got quite like maybe a 10 mil chip there, but we definitely got the big ones out. And the reason being is so I can actually get it, work it in nice and clean. So I've cleaned the shit out of all that, got rid of all the dust. And now I think that I've separated this, I'm gonna put a layer of this multi-bond on, which pretty much just bonds the two surfaces together once it goes down. We want to try and make it a little bit sticky, get it in everywhere, bond it out. I think it takes a while for it to go tacky, but try and get it all in every crevice. So it's kind of good that the concrete ended up being like this, a little bit rigid and stuff. That way when it connects back into each other, it sort of holds itself nice and firmly. Being a smooth surface and all, really hard to get a good bond. So, and then we'll mix this up now. So about 3 to 1 is the ratio. So it looks like I've got, I don't know, 1 scoop there. So I'm gonna do another scoop of sand. I don't know if it's a ratio for sand. Maybe not too much, I reckon. And then some cement, 3 to 1, so maybe about that. It's probably perfect. Yep. Yep. Okay, it looks all right actually, I reckon. It's almost like we need a little bit more
Sand.
sand. You just be able to hear something. A bit of a stick noise. These are a little bit longer. Sweet. Right, we're back in action. I'll give you a show of what we've done here. Gave it a bit of a grind to see what's going on. The colors are slightly different. So we'll see once it's fully ground down. But you can see it matches all right, but not as great as I thought. There must have been a bit too much cement in it or something. But we'll let it dry a little bit longer. Obviously, it's the drying process is a little bit different. But we have our frames showing up right now, ready to rock and roll. So the boys are actually just having smoker. We'll put the camera up there, get them unloaded, and stand some stuff up, eh?
I'm gonna walk over there now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna have to definitely.
What's your right? Oh, sorry.
Okay. Just get the.
More than power. More than goals. Going?
Looks a little bit better.
Too much.
What the heck is that? You're such a weirdo. All right, we're back on site this morning. We had a bit of a faux pas yesterday with the batteries, but we got most of it filmed, I think. But yeah, we've just been rejigging frames this morning while I've been in meetings. Few things that we've been going over is how big the fireplace is, with the schist going on, schist around the posts, all this carry on with the client, the window orientations, layout for the bars and all that sort of carry on, deleting windows and stuff like that that aren't really going to be needed. One of the big things was we're thinking about putting a quite a big double slider in here, so it sort of closes this area off from the house itself, which means we don't really, it's got a sort of awkward area through here, but sort of is what it is with the angles that we've been given. And it's gonna, so we need to sort of contact a specialist that can sort of design something that will almost be a double slider that sort of stacks into a pocket behind here, which would be neat, so you can have it fully open or fully closed. But there's something we've got to work on over the next coming days. But for the meantime, we're going to go through and start figuring out a few bits and pieces. One, we're going to pin our bottom plates down, get them nice and straight, and then start plumbing up. Got the steel fabricator in as well. Sorry, rambling. He's starting to work on some of our PFCs that we need. Fabian here, as he's just going through. Obviously, we've got a steel plate that comes off the bottom of our PFC that connects into our understuds here, then connects down into the slab. So we're just taking a check out for that. And then we're going to follow on and work on some of the other bits and pieces that we need to there, which is pretty cool. So I think for now, we'll just pin down some walls, get them nice and straight, and then get them plumbed up, so when the steel's ready to go in, we're ready to rock and roll.
And happy birthday to my wife as well.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Davey. I'm not, oh. Huh? All good? Okay, I'll just, sweet.
Oh!
No way.
Diggly.
Far out. Right, I didn't do that on purpose.
You went right through it, G.
Sweet, do you want to, sweet, so now we've got this corner, we've got it bugled together, it's nice and flush. We've got to get it flush on the, do the bugle and push the frame, the bottom of the frame over slightly. frame is. So yeah, if you can, you're gonna have to redo the, yeah. Here we go, beautiful. How's our framing lines over here?
Yeah.
Good. Go first, me and Mikey.
Yep.
Hey, hold on.
More.
Sweet. Okay. Good. Can move out of there.
Okay.
Me and FaZe will shoulder it up. What needs to happen?
Yeah.
Oh, there goes my bit of 4x2. No, we should be good.
So,
How much?
I'll pull up that 4x2.
Hey? Nah, I want to get. Yeah.
Ready? Oh, heading.
Sweet. For now.
Sweet.
My fingers got crushed. That's funny. Nah, it's all right. We'll just sit yours down, I guess.
Yeah, bang on.
And then we just have to infill this again. Infill that. And do our checkout 20 mil further over. So as you guys can tell, I don't know if you can see me, but the beam didn't go in because one of us either got the checkout wrong or the plate was routed in the wrong spot. I didn't, I just said that I'm not passing the blame on. Right.
What a beautiful build, David. Will I help him shift it over?
Okay, let's see this beast in action.
Where's your mic? I'm using your neck as well.
Yeah. We're not going to be able to go forward because we're...
Okay.
No, Fabian wants to come out slightly, just so we can slide the bracket past the front of the post. We should be able to push the genie lifter this way just enough. Oh, up, actually. And then maybe back to you guys.
Yep.
Yep, beautiful, down. All right, now we've got that clamped on pretty well. How do you feel, my Fabes? I would be clamping up the top of the post like this. I wonder if we clamp it again when we move it over.
Yeah.
Just clamp the top, say. I'm just about flush there. Oh, yep, beautiful. That's all right. No, that's cool. Yeah. This is way lighter. Through.
Around that.
Hey. Is that clamped on? Oh, yeah, me. Easy. That's not going nowhere, boys. Hey. Is that better?
Oh shit. Okay, push it over. Oh.
Oh yeah, perfect. Hey, and then he pointed at Fabian. Oh.
Give us some more. Yep.
So, yeah, perfect. Yeah, so we can bolt right the way through.
Negative.
Okay. Sweet, so James is just about to weld our I-beam to our post up here, but first we've got to make sure that our decorative truss is nice and plumb. So the way we're going to do that is just going to stick the level on, and then hopefully James can give a mark or something like that, and hopefully we are pretty good. Oh, bro. Bloody weld the damn thing, bro! Holy heck! But the bolt should bolt it together. But it's still, they still go in. It's just... So let's prep up the next one. I don't think I showed you this on the first one, but we wanted to run a string line from our very corner down there to our very corner down there and get this nice and straight and in line. So what I've done is I've made sure to pack accordingly, dodgy blocks. Now I noticed that there was something out slightly right here. I see there's a brace on here because our join is right here. We want to make sure that this point's braced. So I've removed that, and I can see that there's a slight difference between this point and that point here, and it sort of shows on the string line. Like, look at that. Look how nice that is. That is actually perfect. And I've checked this is perfectly plumb, so that means our setup was good with our posts and our frames, which is really nice. It just means this point here wants to go in slightly, which I mean, it also doesn't help that, see this top plate? There's a gap. The distance between here and here is a bit of an optical illusion, but it's actually narrower here. It's about 3 or 4 mil there and about 6 or 7 here. So it also makes this look worse than it actually is. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly give that a hit with the big hit and put that in place. And that way I know everything is nice and straight. And I can continue to pack this beam. Oh yeah, bro. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm pretty happy there, bro. Hold on one sec. Actually, it probably wants to come out a touch. Hold on. Beautiful, right there.
Can you dig it?
Can you dig it? Another little tip and trick to get the center of our bolt holes. So let's just say I've marked all my bolt holes out and these are the centers. It's easier for us to measure up there to the center, but we want our packer to also be in the center of that mark. Does that make sense? So our hole drills all the way through. So a nice little trick is you just get your combination square from the center point and just move it over a couple of mil. Doesn't have to be perfectly accurate. And then we've got to one side. The reason it doesn't have to be perfectly accurate because we've got a bit of play with the center of our hole and the center of our packer. So I know that this is 25 mil and the center of our packers are 22.5. So just move it over a couple of mil and Bob's your auntie. Makes it a little bit faster to mark all those out without measuring and all that, just like that. Boom skis. All right.
Ready? What do you want to say?
Oh, mate. That's freaking primo. Well, that's what we aim for, but I just thought it might be out slightly.
Measure your steel.
No, I don't need to. I can see it.
Is it sexy? Oh, mate.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh.
So you can see we've pretty much got our first truss plumbed up and in the center of where we need it. We run the string line through. Then we're just using these nogs, alternating up and down to screw them together. And that way we know that these are all going to be plumb as we move along. And we're also getting our trusses bang in the center, on the center line. Far out, all our trusses pretty much work really, really nicely. 600s, so if you butt in, it's gonna be 600 X that way.
How much did you go down to? Is that sexy? Huh? What's going on there? You're like 50 mil out.
I think what's happened is since I've packed everything up that 45, we have to do this. We've got to pack this up 45 too.
Bro, that makes sense.
Because of the thickness of our rafter.
That makes sense.
And also, in order for me to get the ceiling height, see, it doesn't show that we need a double or like, I got you. So what's happened is things I've put a extra 45 on top of that, which looks like it was meant to work through here. This top plate and this top plate were meant to be different. This would just sit down and then this would sit on top of this, which would line up, which would mean everything would be dropped down that amount, which means those posts would be cut down the 45, which we allowed to add up flush with this.
And this height too.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way around it. Yeah. So let's just cut a new top plate to go on. We're pretty good to go, I think. It was just that whole thing, but that's all right. You shoot it. All right, look at that. I just got back to site and the boys have freaking smashed up some rafters this morning. Holy heck. Look at that. We are freaking pretty much finished roof framing. Sweet, that's all sorted. So what I'm doing now is I'm just marking up for my roof plane braces that sit on my rafters or my trusses, and it stops the lateral movement of the roof like this. So honestly, I do this every time, but I should have done my chalk line first before the purlins went down. But I don't like installing the strap brace until I've actually put the purlins in, because it solidifies the rafters and the trusses in place. Then I put the roof strap brace on. So should have marked out purlins, then strap brace. But anyway, I do that every time. I don't know why. So with these roof strap braces, we need to make sure that both our ends are fixed off before we go through and put our tensioner on. That tensions the strap brace and makes it a lot tighter, i.e. the tension. So just It's got a little pin that you stick in through here. But first of all, you got to stick it over the strap, push it through, and then push it down like that. All right, should be about that much pressure. And that should tighten it up. So once the tension is on, we can actually connect the strap bracing to our rafters or our trusses. Just 3 in each connecting point. That's how you do the roof strap braces. See why I like to have the purlins on now before I put them in, because these can move quite a bit if they're not straightened with the purlin. What is it? Hey, this is cool. The next job is making sure that we've got almost a parallel line from here all the way around down to here. So if you measure off the decorative truss to the outside edge, I got 374. 375? What's a mil between friends, boys? And that will support the feet. That's what it's detailed on the plans. It says the purlins pretty much support this gable end feet realistically, because they fly out. So we can't actually extend these too much further. Otherwise we'd have to have an outrigger that ran along as well.
So we got our gable end fascia up. Look at that. Nice and tight on the apex. And she should be pretty straight. Look at that. Yeah. Fix it off there onto where our nogs are. And then we got our first board. We're not quite finished with this one because there's some framing to do on that end to finish our fascia, but we got the first piece in. Just pinned in for now. I'm good there. Are you?
I gotta meet up with my other fishing.
Okay, you good then? I'm gonna shoot.
You guys got that fucking lens, bro.
Yes, sir.
What are you up to? Get back outside!
Yeah, alright.
Holy moly! That's crazy!
Pretty good. I kinda like it. My frame is right where I joined it.
Oh, it is, that's it. They just put the fascia on. That's alright, I just need two in the fascia.
Oh,
And that's gonna wrap up this week's video, guys. We frickin' smashed it! You frickin' leave down a comment down below and up the wolfies, eh?
Up the wolfies.
Oh, we're frickin' in the rain on a Friday afternoon, eh? Can't beat it. Can't beat him, Jordan. The way we're setting up this building paper or the building wrap is we start at the bottom, get our 50mm layer over the top. Then we go right down to the very end down there, get our lap proper. And then what we got to do, so now we've got to come back, you can see we actually have to tighten this up. So a little bit difficult on a big wall when it's windy. So we just pull the staples out like this with the chisel, so we're not going to put too many rips and stuff in the paper. It's not too bad up the top here because we're going to be putting our soffit framing in. But before we do that, we need the paper up past the soffit line. So. Oh, that's a great shot. That's a great shot. Sweet.
Hit our top.
Now, yeah, you could probably hit the top. Yeah, well, top, you do the top first and then pull the bottom down so it's nice and tight. So, well, what our goal here is to try and get the paper as nice and tight as possible. Okay, anyway, doesn't matter. Welcome to the frickin' episode. Alright. Yeah, you got it, eh? Just pull it up slightly tighter if you can. Woo-hoo-hoo-wee. Made it back. Look at this. The boys have smoked out half the roof already. Well, a third, because they haven't quite done our tie into the existing yet, but pretty neat. They run a string line from end to end, 60 mils out off the fascia board, and then that's what they use to keep the sheets nice and straight all the way through. And then you can also see this drip edge that sits underneath the tin, underneath the iron, and then also underneath the paper, as you can see over there. And that just prevents any additional water that will try and track back up into there. So also hides the paper fluttering out the bottom of the fascia as well, so it's pretty neat. Nice tidy setup, but we're going to start whacking into some feet.
All good?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, come down to me.
Coming.
Drop it down a touch. Yeah. That's it. Hold on, I'll just get I think we're fully hard in, eh? It looks really good. I'm good. And the roof's on.
Roof's on.
Switch my living situation every chance I be getting sick of running laps on Sisyphus's treadmill. Man, I really need to sit still. Seems like that ain't something I can instill.
Ebb and flow, I can't hold on to you very much longer. Might have to slip away.
Can't you sit still for a little bit? Can't you sit still for a little? Can't you sit still for a little bit? Can't you sit still? Teacher told me need to get that pencil up out of my nose. Can't hold on a singular pose. Switch from to to fro when the wind gon' blow. And it's hurricane season everywhere that I roam. I like quick fixes and not working at all. Don't switch lanes, drive my car straight off of the road. I got split personalities inside of my soul.
Woo! Look at that.
Oh.
We got them in, but there's been a little bit of a stuff up. So what's happened is we've got the wrong track system on this door. You can see that the distance between the track and our rebate is quite a lot larger than this one over here. Now this is what we were aiming for, and these are the two different profiles that we've actually got. Now I did request this one to go on this door, but I don't know what happened. I've been dealing with 2 or 3 different people from the company, and it just got muddled up in communication. Now I've actually signed the quote saying that I'm happy. Well, I was happy with what they had made allowances for, but not picking up on the different style, which is this one here. This is the one that we've got, which is made for a 90mm wall. But hopefully the boys can do work their magic and get a new door frame and track that suits this rebate, but we'll see how it goes. Now I've just got the laser set up to get the heights of my doors all nice and set up, so we can get our head flashings in, and I'm just using that as a guide. I've actually set it up half on the jamb here, and then you can also see it just slightly hit the aluminium too. That way I know that I can get this nice and level all the way through. Level this way and level this way. Level both ways. And we're not allowed to use any packers in this situation up the top, so these jolt head screws work a charm when you're trying to adjust things backwards and forwards. Currently working on this pool house project, I guess you could say. Look how wicked it is. The scaff has been dropped and we're ready to rock and roll to start installing this awesome vertical shiplap weatherboard. Now it's a pine, it's been pre-primed, and it is trying to match in with the existing cladding system. Now, I went backwards and forwards with a few different suppliers trying to find the right width of the actual face panel and the right width of the groove, but it's fairly impossible to match that with the old stuff, which I'll go and show you in a second. But this is the best we could come up with. It's a nice cheaper option than cedar, I guess you could say. And it pretty much goes on the wall like this. You can see our horizontal cavities. We're going to be smashing this cladding out in the episode, so make sure you stay tuned. Alright, we're going to be starting with this wall right here, the easy one. Nice straightforward wall, no penetrations or anything like that. All we're gonna do is pretty much smash this out. Now there's a few different ways we can do this with set out. We could go through and overcut all the boards, whack them all on and then cut them off at the end to get a nice clean look. Or we could measure them, cut them and install them perfectly straight away. I like to measure and cut them perfectly straight away. In that way that's done, we don't have to revisit it. So yeah, pretty much what we've done is we've run the string line at the bottom, and that's gonna set the bottom of our weatherboard heights, so we can get a nice straight line all the way through there. There is another way that we could do it, where we could bolt a piece of timber onto the slab itself, all the way through, but unfortunately, we don't have the correct equipment to do that, so we're using the string line method. Sweet, now that we know we've got a string line run perfectly level for the bottom of our weatherboards, so when we go to start laying, we know it's going to be completely dead straight. The next thing we need to do is figure out layout. Now, what we want to do is we're just going to get a couple of offcuts, and the ideal situation here is that we want the weatherboards to fit perfectly in between both of these corners, and to make sure that, where's a rip board here? To fit perfectly in between these corners, and ideally we would like the weatherboard to go like this. So sit over, and honestly, Mikey, we could probably get away with that.
Dude, yeah.
In an ideal situation, what we want is, because our high traffic area behind us is through this section right here, we want to try and minimize any of the rip boards seen on this face. And what I mean by that is I want to have a weatherboard sitting over the front face over here, and then this weatherboard on this wall is going to butt into it like that, right? So our rip will be down here, and you'll only see it from this way. But as we start our layout from this way, we only got a certain amount of movement in the weatherboards. You know, they can only move half a mil on their lap. We don't want to go too big. And what I mean by that is the spacing between the weatherboards. We want to keep them exactly the same all the way through. Ideally, we want to keep it 6 mil, but we can fudge a little bit and expand that to 7 if we need to like make this work out. So how do I know what ones go on first, Mikey boy? How do I know what ones go on first?
Closer to you is starts first, and the 2 stacks at that end is for the other side.
Sweet, so these ones first, eh? This is sort of just a one-person thing, eh? Really, eh?
Behind me now, and girl, I just can't wait to move on. Come and walk beside me. Feel my honest aim. I'm reaching out my hand for you to claim. So darling, don't you ever.
Pumped it. All right, now we've started to make our way around the corner into our little nitty-gritty bits. Put together this corner. Nice, very nice. I've gone against my own will and actually went flush 2 bits of timber instead of putting a quirk. And I'm going to sand and fill, and I'm hoping, well, don't need to really fill. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to hide that joint. I don't know if I made a mistake there or not on that one, but it's all screwed, glued, and everything pinned together. So making our way around. Now, the only thing I'm concerned with here is, as I'm working my way around, I don't have any fixing point for this corner here. So I'm gonna whack in a bit of 2L Keel glue just along the joint here. I have powdered in with a couple of clinch nails, but I still want to sort of hold it all together. So hopefully, hey. Beautiful. Yeah, I like that.
I really like that.
A bright and new day. Yes, a bright and new day. And we'll find a bright and new day. Yes, a bright and new day. Now, yeah, I'm ready for the good times.
Just made it back and the boys pumped it out, eh? Look, I helped put up the last sheet. Last sheet for the day. That's your mate. Oh yeah. We're back on site this morning and the boys have prepped us up, ready to rock and roll. We've got the concrete coming in. Look at the sky behind us. We just had a heavy downpour come through and I think it might rain again, so we're going to have to try and set up something that's going to prevent the water from getting on top of this while we pour it. It's going to be a bit of fun. We've actually sort of come up with a little bit of an idea. Some spare sheets of ply line around which we want to sort of stick up just like this along here. So we need to create a little bit of a frame which we've got right here, and that's pretty much what we're going to do to support the sheets. Perfect for us too. We can actually do it. Brand new one, look. Flash, boys. Brand new wheelbarrow. Tradesman XP. Yeah, look at it. It's freaking.
It's nice looking concrete.
Yeah.
It'll look good.
Quite a lot of pebble in it, eh? Like,
Yeah, there is actually now I think about it.
Oh, yeah.
But above it was the oxide.
Yeah.
It was the oxide.
Oh, shit, you're kidding. All good? Bro, don't worry about it, bro. I got the full one.
Holy hell, you're so big.
It's time. I'm all set for the best thing yet.
Of course, it started to piss down. Look, we got our little thing jimmied up. Look, we're in Shantytown. Pavers holding the bottoms in place, braces, and then ply on top. Woo, what a bloody mission. Can't believe that we freaking got that done, and hopefully it doesn't rain too much more because I know that that's just gonna piss the concrete layers off. Filipino concrete. And we just had the inspector show up and pass our cladding, so we're good to go. Paint, we can paint the outside. Little freaking Shantytown shelter worked really well. Look, I want to get a shot of this. So I think our protection works pretty well, but we are gonna have to maybe water blast or scrape that channel drain off slightly. Bro, that looks mean. I'm sort of gutted that I didn't do an edge on this one as well. At the time I thought that it's going to be flush, it's going to be really hard to get that looking nice, so I'm sure that doesn't matter, we'll figure that out. But look at this, it's stoked. Arturo did the meanest job. Bro, I'm so happy. Actually happy as that this is another thing. Came out mint. Painter wants us to do is finish off our beading through here. Finish off our beading, wrap it in and around, and yeah, he can come through and start finishing off this wall as well. We're going to leave this up for him so he can do his thing. Right, that actually yeah. Holy team, you guys have missed a hell of a lot, and so have I. Unfortunately, I've been away for a whole week working up north, building a cabin, and a lot has changed. Seriously, look, we have tidied up all the areas through here, a retaining wall in, and we're going to backfill through here. We're going to be replacing the deck, or the decking on the deck, which is being done right now. Concrete grinder has been in. He has done some decorative cuts through here, 10 mil now, to tidy all those up. So we've got to go through and put the glass balustrading back in now, seeing as though that's done. He's been inside, he's grinded and polished in here. We have our shelving brackets up, which I'm going to have a look at right now and see if these are actually going to work, because I don't think they are, just by the way this is looking, to be honest with you. So I got the boys to do it. I was all doing it by correspondence, drew it all up and stuff like that. But anyway, we will have a look right now. But the boys are done. We got the camera gear yesterday, so we raced ahead without you, but that is okay. Not a lot has happened, and I'll bring you up to speed right now. There is actually some cool stuff. Boys are just finally finished deck framing. Fabian's just put our border board on, and then our spacer board, you could call it, so we can infill between those two boards and wedge it and keep all the decking nice and straight. Now, we did come up with a little hiccup yesterday, what Dave is solving right now. We needed a 200 by 50 or two 200 by 50 joists on this side of the deck, just due to the fact that we've got a new balustrade that needs to go in through there, and it's a top mounted balustrade, so not a side mounted. And that was the detail show. So we've got to put nogs at 400 centers through here, and he's just sorting that out now. Now I continue to go through and install these slats, which is cool, which I'll show you exactly how I'm doing that now, because I've actually been bolting them in, getting them all set up, so they don't need to come out again. Yesterday, took me a while to get this sort of set up and getting all these in the perfect spot, like literally like 3 hours. What I was finding is I was struggling to get our timber slats to be vertically plumb, and then our holes at the top and the bottom to line up really nicely, because what I was doing is I was measuring to the center from this edge over here, and then also measuring from the top of the bracket down to get this hole. I haven't done this top hole because I thought it was a little bit too close to the top of the post, but I think it should be fine. Jeepers. So I came up with a different solution, and that's actually setting my laser up smack bang in the center of all these brackets. So just trying to get that all perfectly lined up. So it's actually a task in itself. Something like that. They're looking pretty good. So I'm lining all the center of the holes up. That way I know that's the center of my piece of timber. I can actually get my measurement off this laser line for all my holes, which is a far better and accurate way of doing it. So working off center to get all these points, keep everything nice and plumb. And then I'm also working off the bottom and measuring up to get to the center of each one of my holes right here. Seems to be working better working off one side of the timber, because I'm working from the bottom to get these two holes. So if I work from the bottom to get this top hole as well, it seems to be working a lot better. But what I'm finding is it's actually about 99 mil. Most of the time it's 99 mils from the top down to the center of the hole, vertically, and then horizontally. These are all slightly different. Just the way the brackets were installed, maybe along the beam, and they're like slightly out of plumb. They're all like a mil or two out. So I'm just trying to make sure things are super accurate in this situation. So I've actually got a few measurements all ready to rock and roll, to be honest with you. So these are my measurements. My overall length, and then the offset from center for the bolt. And then I've gone through and measured from the bottom up, and they're all about 99 mils from the top down, within like a half a mil or so. So that's the way I'm doing that, you guys can see. And then I just relay all this measurements onto our timber slats, and it seems to be working out pretty good. So it took me a while to get going yesterday, but now we're ready to go. Should put this nice little cup down somewhere. But I mean, look at this. What a freaking view, man. Honestly, when you go stand in that corner back over there and look back to what we've done, it's just, man, pretty proud. Pretty freaking proud, to be honest. A lot of work's gone into this. Looking forward to the next project that we don't have lined up. Yeah. Have you got that? Yeah. I was going to connect my two ones together. You got like 300 mil. Can you like go back and straighten the arm out so we get a bit more leverage out of it, or nah? Just so it doesn't get stuck under the... Gotcha.
Wrap this side around so we can pull it in.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
I put a center mark on the stop pulling, Paul.
Like, so what we've got to do here is we've got to get the rubber mats or something to go on there, and then we'll have to carefully bring the mat out, because we're going to...
As long as like if we can get it in, I'll get a center mark on this so we can line it up with bang on the center of this.
Yeah.
Is that center?
Okay, do you want to put a mark on there?
Yeah, that's Dave. And then, and who bloody project managed this job? It should have been in here before everything got built.
We're not sure now.
Oh my god! A couple of bits of 4B or something underneath there. Yeah, give you a guide. So, I can't believe that wasn't going. Sucker! I don't think it was going. Bro, the best part of the job. What a numpty. Well, I'll try the strop around and see if I can just crank it.
Yeah, I think I'll probably need to lift that edge, so put the chain back on.
You don't reckon?
Try.
We need a little bit of pressure off it, eh? I'm gonna strap it around like this.
Oh, and pull it.
Just make sure the twister's out. Maybe put this on one of the corners.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
All good?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You guys pushing?
Yeah.
Tell me when, is that good?
Yeah, keep going.
Keep going?
We got 50.
That's as much as I can get so far.
Wow, nearly there, bro.
Really?
Yeah, 20 mil.
20? You ready? A little bit more or what?
Yeah. Pull it, nearly there.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. Yeah, wait, yes, that's not the...
One more.
One more?
That's it.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
How are we gonna get this fucking timber out now? Nah, you can't hang it off that.
Nah, too heavy, bro.
Even though I want to. That'd be cool, eh? Just... You guys got the pressure on it? It's gonna drop. Just don't watch your fingers and toes, okay?
Watch out, that is going to drop.
Yeah, just keep it in inside where it's supposed to go. Oh, sorry.
Just go perfect on that corner there.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
It's gonna... We should be able to do some small minor adjustments, eh?
yeah.
Far out, that truss is built to frickin' hold up the Taj Mahal, bro.
Hey, who put that out there? You would have thought.
You got that. Out. Shall I try and give it one more crank? Sort of did it.
Must be we're lifting it on. So
Did it keep moving that way?
Yeah.
Where's the line now?
yeah, what's come back this way now?
Actually? What's gonna happen is probably gonna swing around a little bit, but can you jump on that other side and just push this way?
This.
Huh?
Take this off.
No, that's all right.
Oh, yeah.
Say, all right, you guys, we need a... Okay, it's gonna drop. Okay, you ready? Tell me when, ready? You ready?
Bro, it bounced and moved the whole thing in.
We can make those minor adjustments, eh?
Yeah. What's the mark on the front?
So yeah, we got to go like probably another 10 or 15 that way. And you just try and... Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, if I can get him to hook his bucket here.
Just slowly pull it back.
Yeah. We just need to get it back 20 or 30 mil. Can we just put your bucket here and the ratchet strap seems to move it. Yeah, you guys work on one side at a time, okay? Hopefully, I wonder if I have to put the strap on the other side. Yeah?
I'm this end, Fabian.
Are you ready?
Fabian, where are you? Yeah, Fabian.
Perfect?
Yeah, that's bang on. This one. You want to have a look? Want to have a look at that?
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, that laser. Look at the laser.
Don't worry, bro. We got the beast in. Looking sick. Louver's in. Or the timber slats. Now we're going to try and smack out some of this decking for the final part of the day. That was a gooseneck, that one. The old decorative truss held up pretty well though, eh? Let's smash it.
She's no less than a dime. Sets my soul
Clean, bro. So this is the area where you can see the difference in the concrete, where we've had the fudge. This came out alright, and it's like you stand back. What are you doing? But it's definitely still noticeable, and it still plays on my head. I've been freaking doing this whole screen for the last week, and I've just been looking at it the whole time, so frustrating as. Dave's put in the last few couple of screws. We haven't screwed the deck fully off, just every third row or something like that. Sweet, bro. So Fabian's dug our foundation through here. We're actually gonna move the fireplace from here out to create more space in the Alfresco, which is way better because then our flue can just go straight up outside the house here. But we've had to dig away all the dirt that we put in here and get back down to that hard fill that we rolled right at the beginning of the job. So we're at that stage right now. You can see it's like pretty much hard fill all the way. So we're gonna dump some millings in. That's just what's around. And then we're gonna use the plate compactor to compact it out and get it back up to our 300 height that we need. It's probably gonna need maybe one more barrow in there, but we wanna try and keep things nice. So yeah, we get one more in, bro, and then we'll give it a compact, I reckon. I'll go find a rake. Oh, there's one right there. Oh, it feels like I've done nothing today, but I've actually got so much done, gee, it's gangster. Get the prep done for that. Like the, you know that rebate that we did, or that little, that groove? But because they get custom made to length, to suit, that's why I got you to measure it this morning. Bro, and it only just fits in there. I got 12 mil gap, 12 mil, so we can't get a channel or anything to fit in that gap for that thing. So we're gonna stick the LED in and then adjust the diffuser. The diffuser sits like over the LED to like create like an even light instead of, so. Bro, I was just like, oh, it's always the way, bro, seriously. Okay, so 1800. I want to make a box that's gonna perfectly encase this, bro, if that makes sense. Yep. So I got some boxing at the back, or have we got anything lying around? I had got some boxing that was tied to that mesh, that steel, sorry. And we want to be bigger than that because I want 100 mil foot foundation on the outside. So that's 18, so that's going to be 2 meters. We go 2 meters, like 2 meters 50 if you really wanted to. So you didn't do that one?
Yeah, I just realised.
Oh, you're a sucker lucker, bro. That's all good. Okay, shall we see if this thing fires up? Why? This just doesn't feel right. You gotta be bloody quick with this epoxy stuff. We've used a 14 mil hole just so we can get the 12 mil diameter rebar that we got, the 500E, and it can fit in there in and around the epoxy as well. So really hold it together tight. Okay, now we've got to tie them all together. We've got our intermediate bars that cross section the ones we just epoxied in to create like quite a large, very stiff cage, some may say.
One dollar deals are back at One New Zealand ain't bigger than enough. Double data. Big black sky on my own. And the music died, but you don't see me standing here.
the idea, bro. Fireplace this way, and then level or actually slightly lean back that way.
Oh, okay.
By like half a mil. So you might have to just
Yep. Good there. 2385.
385. So we're out of square. By the looks of it, wants to come this way a bit. So we'll give that a go again.
Yeah, top of the tip. We are 2413.
2413. Oh yeah.
We are 2395.
So we're going to come to near that.
2404.
Beautiful. Yep.
See you in the morning.
You got that raindrop finish. Oh, that's how we like it. That's a Wolf Bulldog special right there. Doesn't really matter about the finish too much, to be honest with you. It's all getting covered. And we did finish at 6:30 last night, so we ain't hanging around to try and get it perfect. But
Come to me.
yeah, by the hedge.
Yeah, push to me. Yeah. If you can. Pressure, 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 pressure. Oh, I'm at the same spot.
Huh?
I'm at the same spot.
Why don't you go? Get there? Yeah!
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's it. What's happening, suckers? I don't know how much you caught of that, but as always, it's a bloody rush. Well, we managed to get it in. It's just bucketed down, you can see. And they gave us a good indication of where our water was falling, and it was actually running in towards the hot water cylinder over there. So we sort of made a small swale through here. But everything else went pretty well, actually, eh?
Yeah.
And I pretty much screeded, maggied the whole thing. The idea is to Maggie the sides, get your straight edge, because everything's on the full, you can't, there's nothing straight. Your straight edge, nice line, and then Maggie it so it's got a nice edge against the timber. I think that's the way to do it. And then you just screed in between the two. And honestly, guess how much concrete we had left? Bro, and I'm not gonna get to pull my half, bro.
Yes, look at the technique. I'm Batman.
I am Batman.
Yeah. Oh, if I could fly, ooh, I would be with you every second of my life. Sometimes it's
So try that again. Try that cut. Oh.
let me be your mountain, 'cause I see it as my goal. Wanna be with you every second I got.
So all we had to do is we actually went over there and we cut the path down slightly because I knew the path leading from the existing one over to the hallway was over to the door that we've installed was on quite a large lean like that, like almost on a lean like this. So I took a little bit more. It's not, the path isn't going to be perfectly straight now, but I had to you know, like I took it out of it so that it was still falling towards the grass. But and of course we used our little rotary hammer just to get that vibe nice. And then I'm just going to top it off with this Maggie over here. And then I'm just going to quickly screed it with my level just to make sure that we've got things. It looks a little high at this point, that's all I'm concerned about.
There you go.
Like that.
Freaking knob.
Like a high school teacher. Mr. Motivera.
Stop mixing that.
Don't need to, bro. Make the hearth slightly smaller. Oh, that's perfectly level.
Might be a bit late. If this is going to really work or do anything, but I've seen the professionals do it, so must do something.
Maybe a bit of water. Bit of water. Yeah, sandy. Surely.
Oh, baby, don't cry. Oh, I wanna be with you every second of my life. I know your world is hollow. Yeah. 'Cause I can see it in your eyes. Oh, yeah. But there is no need for sorrow. 'Cause I will be with you every second of my life. Sometimes it's just another place. I can't get enough of her. She can drive me so.
Back on site this morning. Sun shining slightly. Bricky's in the background doing his thing. We've got some good news, which the cabinetry's going in today. Super excited about that. Bad news is I went and picked up some macro carpet that's going to be surrounding those posts, to clad those posts in, and it came in the wrong size. I needed 290 by 45 and it came in at 240 by 75, which is freaking random, but anyway, good and bad, we'll take it as it comes. I'm going to start fiddling around with little bits and pieces now, one being getting this infilled. Now I've got the aluminium channel with me, so it sits over the concrete and covers this gap right here. So First thing to do is bloody clean the damn thing out. All right, I found this, looks like off a motorbike, some sort of motorbike tube, so hopefully this will be a little bit better. It will be. Oh yeah, that's it. All right, today got the flume in, and I put one piece of timber in the door. Sorry guys, you can see what's going on here. We've got we had the subbies here yesterday, we got subbies here today. It's all full on, so I get all done pretty much all day. But we're back on site. We've got Fabian the man here today, and our task is to install this brick lintel, or the steel lintel. It's a 10mm plate. The reason it's 10mm is because the width over here needs to be about 125mm to be able to support the schist that comes up and around. Obviously we can't just attach the schist straight to here, it needs something to sit on. So just set up a couple of schist blocks through there just to get it in place, and then I'm just gonna set it on like that. And then we're really, if you have a look underneath, we're really just gonna line it up with the underneath side of that. And then go from there. So that's actually freaking pretty spot on that side. We also want to even it out, so I'm just going to come over this way slightly, about there. And I'm not going to epoxy and bolt. I mean, I probably should, but 65.
So is this
60.
bottom part of the still going to be sealed?
Yeah, that's why it's all painted black. So it's galvanized, painted black. To be about there, I think. 70, yeah, that's probably about 65, 70, perfect. Sweet, bro. Oh yeah, good man, thinking about it. I'm really pretty happy with where that sits on that side, so I reckon if we just bolt, we'll just drill and bolt through there for now. What? Right, I don't know if this is gonna work. I got these drilled, this is a 10mm bolt, and I got the holes drilled at 11mm. But obviously the concrete screw has quite a larger thread. Right, is that clean or what? It looks a little bit out of level, eh? No. I think that level's not quite right. It does,
It won't matter if it's a little bit out.
Like this, so we can get a bugle screw and build. We're gonna have to build a frame down. Yeah. And then we're gonna have to attach our backer carpet to that frame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we got a bit of solid. So the first thing we need to do is we need to drill holes through here like this. Yeah. And the way to do that is with a drill bit.
No fucking shit.
Which is cool. So I mean, I've got the drill over there, I think, with a drill bit that's probably the right size. But it's best to use like a 3mm first, and then hit it with something like that. And we could probably even almost like, not quite, but like get the sides all like ripped up, ready to go. Like we can stick them in here, you know, and have it like ready to go. So all we need to do is like screw the timber on, put our jack studs in, and then like frame it all together. So we'll just pin it. looking in the fireplace, but there's a handsome man in front of me. Hey, the mountain is that way.
No mountain.
Sweet. These are looking really good. So Fabes has gone through and just almost cut off all our plugs and sanded them a bit. But we're gonna get Willie to give this a one more sand over. But the goal here is to try and make it look like it's one big post. So now we've got to let this one go off. Now we've got to let this one dry overnight, and then we'll come back in the morning. And what are your plans for tomorrow?
I'm gonna get horsed.
Typical Tongan, eh? Always thinking about horse, eh?
Remove those stickers. This is gonna be us on Friday. Yes, sir.
You're having a few drinks on Friday.
Are you? Did you have one? I have one. Oh well, I'll just jump in the water.
What? Are you bringing some togs?
I'm getting in there.
Gotta get in the full way. Bar. Kind of a cool idea. So you can actually take that away, take it outside if you need to. It's literally like a table. Now I'm not 100% certain how well those legs are gonna hold up, but hey, got the DJ deck. Look at that. The project is now finished. Cable port. Open that up. The big sub in there. Got all this home stereo system happening in there, all the power points needed. Now we've still got a few little bits and pieces to do, but oi, LEDs. Sick. Woo. Clean. First time I've ever done this detail. First time I've done that detail. First time I've done any of this. First time I've done that. First time I've done that table and the floating shelves. First time doing polished concrete. But guess what? We did it.
We did it!
There's obviously a few little bits and pieces that I've learnt throughout this series, but it's the end of the road for you, cowboy. Hey, you're taking a couple of these home for tonight, eh, bro? You gonna take a couple of these home? You know it's for me. For your bum.